Good afternoon, everyone. Alan Harris here in the Emergency Operations Center for Seminole County. Today is April the 24th at noon. We will be here with you until 12:25. We try to do these every Tuesday and Friday. So far, we've been successful, trying to get you the most updated information available to you all so you can know what we're doing as far as the COVID-19 response. As always, I want to call out our Citizens Information Line again, 407-665-0000, staffed by Florida Department of Health and emergency managers from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. 7 days a week. And our website, prepareseminole.org, has all kinds of information on there that can help you. And we are very happy and proud that we were able to launch a dashboard on, I guess it was 2 days ago. And that has current statistics from the Florida Department of Health and the Emergency Management Office on what's going on here in Seminole County. We have been under, of course, a local state of emergency since March the 2nd, so now a little over a month and a half at the local state of emergency, and we are continuing to respond in an efficient and effective manner as best we can. Currently, there are 345 confirmed cases here in Seminole County since the onset of the event, and 338 of those are residents. The rest are non-residents, individuals that have traveled to the area, or visitors or guests of other family members that live here. I am very sad to be able to report that we have our 8th fatality. We were informed this morning of our 8th fatality. The individual was in the hospital fighting COVID-19, and that person lost the battle to COVID. So our 8th fatality here in Seminole County related to COVID-19. Immediately following our Facebook Live here today, so we will end at 12:25, and we leave at 12:25 because we want to give you a little bit of time to get over to the Seminole County Public School Facebook site, because they're going to do a live chat from 12:30 to 1 with the superintendent, Walt Griffin, and some of his team members. So we want to give you a little bit of time to get over there to get on their site. Our personal protective equipment, we've been continuing to send that out to assisted living facilities and nursing homes, and yesterday we had our largest push to over 77 assisted living facilities and nursing homes. We pushed out 67,500 masks to those individuals, to those facilities. And today we're in the process right now of getting some N95s out there, some gowns, booties, things like that to help some of the other facilities that either have COVID-19 patients in there or have had. So we were trying to provide them some enhanced personal protective equipment to prevent further spread or to prevent anything from reoccurring in any of those facilities. The Seminole Town Center Mall site, the Advent Health Seminole Town Center Mall testing site was canceled today due to inclement weather. They will be reopening for appointment only testing, so you can go make an appointment at Advent Health testing site, and you can pick a time. We've been hearing from individuals that have gone up there that it's only about a 10-minute wait. So you make an appointment, you pull up, you have your ID and your medical insurance card. They ask that you print your name on a sheet of paper or write it on a sheet of paper, put it there in your dash. You drive up, they flag you right in, and you get your test swab, and then you drive out. We did have an individual that was tested on the first day. He's already gotten his results back negative. So it is moving very, very quickly there. So just know that is occurring here in the county, or it will be occurring here in the county. It's just closed today because of the weather. Our pop-up sites also are doing very well. Our pop-up site today, though, was canceled, of course, due to inclement weather. We did have a site at East Altamont, which did amazing, 239 tests there, a little over 280 at our site in Midway. Yesterday we had a record 355 tests at Goldsboro, and today was going to be Lincoln Heights, but because of the weather, we were anticipating some pretty bad weather. And it is windy right now. It doesn't look like it's raining too much, but But we got a report from the National Weather Service that they were expecting some pretty severe weather and tornadoes today. So of course we didn't want to put people out in that. So we'll tag that on to the very end. So they'll be going next Thursday, Lincoln Heights and Lockhart communities, and that'll be done at the Journey Academy. So it's just right around the corner there, Journey Academy, sponsored by the Seminole County Public School System. So it'll be right in their parking lot. There is no cost for that testing, as well as the one up at Advent Health in Seminole Town Center Mall. Just bring your medical insurance card and your identification. Again, no cost. There is no copay. If you have medical insurance, the nonprofit that is doing our pop-up testing, of course, wants to recoup some of the costs. So if they can build the medical insurance, that's would be wonderful for them, so they can recoup some of their costs. But if you don't have medical insurance, do not worry. Continue to come to the site. We would love for you to be there. Next week, we will have the pop-up test sites. The first pop-up test site will be on Monday. That's going to be in Bookertown, and it's going to be at the Bookertown Community Center on Gilbert Street there in Sanford, just west of I-4. And on Tuesday, we're going to be in Georgetown. So that's near the downtown area of Sanford. We're going to be going through the Sanford Memorial Stadium parking lot area. So that'll be where the tents are all set up, and you'll kind of flow through that. And then on Wednesday is Jamestown. So we'll be doing that at the Rock Hill Missionary Baptist Church off of Weston in Oviedo. And then Thursday again, just a reminder, the Lincoln Heights one, that'll be at the Journey Academy. We are going to also open up next week, on next Monday, we are going to open up a drive-through test site at the Altamont Mall. So you'll be able to go through that facility. Allied Health is a sponsor of that particular facility. Allied Health is a health facility, a health company out of South Florida. They've come up to help us, so we really appreciate that. Also HCA working with Allied Health, so we really appreciate that. Those services will be available just next week, Monday until Saturday, from 9 a.m. until 5 p.m. You do need to make an appointment. You can go to the Prepare Seminole website and you can get an appointment. If you do not have a computer, well, you do have a computer because you're watching me, right? But if you don't want to, if you're having a hard time on the website, you can always call our Citizens Information Line. They can make the appointment right there. So 407-665-0000, and they can make the appointment for you. Again, it's only next week, only Monday through Saturday, so please make your appointment quick. There is a limited number at that particular facility where the pop-up sites, we have been able to expand a little bit at that particular site at Altamont Mall. It will be a limited number of individuals, so please make an appointment. The way that the flow will go is if you're familiar with the Altamont area, you'll be entering in off of Essex, which is the way you would go to the AMC theaters there at the Altamont Mall. The testing will be done in the parking garage to the south of the AMC. You'll pull out and you'll go right into Uptown Altamont and then out back onto 436. So again, that's next Monday to Saturday from 9 a.m. until 5 p.m. Please make an appointment. There is no copay. There is no charge for that. We do want you to bring your insurance card just like at the other two sites, so please bring up your insurance card. We are starting to get some questions, so I'll try to get to some of those too. The costs for insurance and recouping the costs, there was a question about that. So there's no cost. There's no for any of these three sites. The pop-up sites, just so everyone knows, the pop-up sites are really specifically for the neighborhoods that they're in. This is for lower income, maybe transportation disadvantaged individuals. So we're doing the pop-up sites specifically to those neighborhoods to help those individuals that may not have transportation or may have to use public transportation to go get a test. We don't want them to do that, so we want to get close by, so there's a very close proximity to those individuals. So that's why we're doing the pop-up sites. The drive-through sites, very, very quick. The pop-up sites are going to take a little longer, maybe an hour and a half to get through the line. But for the drive-in sites, make an appointment. Again, we've been hearing about 10 minutes, and you're out of the line, and you're going on with the rest of your life that day. Julia asks about masks. Are they required or are they suggested? I'll say they are strongly suggested in the county. We have issued no orders in Seminole County to require masks. I know there are some cities in South Florida that are requiring it. I know there's some cities, or there is Osceola County that issued an executive order to require masks. We strongly suggest wearing masks. I wear a mask whenever I'm outside. If you've ever seen me outside at any of these events, you will notice that I have a mask on. Whenever I go to the grocery store, I have a mask on. But in the building, obviously, working in very strict social distancing protocols. I don't wear a mask in here, but I do wear a mask anywhere outside the building. I strongly suggest everyone to do the same. It's the CDC guidance. It's also the World Health Organization guidance and the White House medical team. So you can get a whole bunch of doctors like that to agree on something, and I typically do it. And they're all agreeing that a mask is the right way, so I've been wearing a mask. I can tell you, going to the grocery store, it has definitely changed. I'm sure y'all have seen it too, that it's changed over the last couple weeks. About 3 weeks ago, maybe 2-3 people had a mask on. I went to the grocery store about 3 or 4 days ago, and I would say 80 to 90% of the individuals, it was actually unusual to see someone without a mask. Most every single person at the Publix had a mask on. Is there a cost for any tests in Seminole County? There may be a cost if you go to a urgent care center. Of course, you're going to have to do a copay. Standalone ER, you'll have to do a copay. But again, for the sites, the Advent Health site at Seminole Town Center Mall, the Allied Health site at the Altamont Mall, and the pop-up sites, there is no test. There's no cost for the tests. Joanne, hey Joanne, how are you? Asks, I don't have any symptoms, but I'm over 60 with underlying conditions. Can I get tested? Absolutely, you can get tested. Is there antibody testing? You also asked. Unfortunately, right now we don't know of any place in the county that is doing antibody testing. We are trying to get that information. We had heard about a doctor's office, but that didn't pan out. That wasn't confirmed. So if you know of any, let us know. If anyone else knows of any, let us know. Get it in our chat box here. We'll research it. We'll see what kind of throughput they can have, what kind of support, and if they're allowed, or if they allow us to, and if there's enough supply, we'll certainly push that out to you. We certainly don't want to clog them down, but we certainly want to provide that information to you. Is an appointment required at the Altamont Mall? Yes, we encourage you to make an appointment at the Altamont Mall. Again, you can make so for the Altamont Mall, you can make same-day appointments. For the Seminole Town Center Mall, they will close it off for same-day appointments. You have to make it 1 day in advance. But for the Altamont Mall, you can make same-day appointments if you wish to. Again, if you want to, you can just go to prepareseminole.org. And actually, Michelle asked that question. Hey, Michelle. She asked about where can I make the appointment. You can go to prepareseminole.org. We'll also put it in the chat box, so you can put it, so you'll be able to click on something in the chat box there, and you'll be able to make an appointment directly there on the website, or you can always call us. You can call our Citizens Information Line, 407-665-0000. Again, 407-665-0000, and they'll make an appointment right there, right now for you. So as soon as Facebook Live ends, or even while I'm talking, if you want to make a reservation right this moment, you can call that line, and we'll do that. So the website for Seminole Town Center Mall, Blaine. Hey Blaine, how are you doing? That is available also on our Prepare Seminole website. So if you go there, you can click on that. Or the other day, I didn't know what the website was, so I actually just Googled Advent Health COVID-19 testing, and it popped right up. Either way, you can go to our website, prepareseminole.org, or you can go to just Google it, and it hopefully will pop up for you like it did for me. Denise asked, where can I test to see if I had COVID? Of course, the Seminole Town Center Mall, the Altamont Mall, or if you live in one of those targeted communities, one of our pop-up sites. Again, we have left Bookertown, we have Georgetown, Jamestown left, and Lincoln Heights that will be in next week, Monday through Thursday. Will ask, will changes be coming on May the 1st? There's also some, we've been working with the executive policy group in Seminole County. We have an executive policy group that is made up of myself, the county manager, the senior legal officials, the county attorney, the senior law enforcement official, the sheriff, the senior medical official, the health officer for the Florida Department of Health, Seminole County, Senior Medical Director, which is Dr. Todd Husty, for all the EMS and fire departments in Seminole County Municipal and the county. The senior elected official for the county, which is Chairman Zimbauer. And we all get together and we discuss the reopening plans and how we're going to reopen. We also have discussions with each one of our city managers to discuss how we'll be reopening. So everything right now is contingent on the governor. So his task forces will present something to him today, and he is going to make a decision by next week on the reopening of the state of Florida. And when he does that, then we are ready to act here in Seminole County to make sure that businesses can reopen, that they can reopen safely, and that places of assembly, if he deems that they're okay, that we would open those, also open those safely. There's a lot of statistics that we have to look at before things like that are done. And I know that he is looking very closely at that, as well as the teams that he has formed. So we'll have to look at hospital visits, numbers of individuals in the hospital system, which has been remaining relatively consistent in our county. We've been fluctuating anywhere from about 10 to 18 individuals in the hospital at any time with COVID-19 here in Seminole County. So we know by a percentage basis that will tell us pretty much what's going on in the community, at least a little bit. Also the testing. So we are starting to get some good ample testing here in the county. So we are starting to get some good numbers, and we are continuing to look at that as well. Jeffrey asked, is the acquisition of PPE, personal protective equipment, getting better or worse since the start of COVID? I'll tell you, it's a little better. We're starting to get some good flows of personal protective equipment into the county. We have been able to fill many of the assisted living facilities and nursing homes, their requests, although there's still some requests that are out there, and we're still trying to obtain those. There has been some challenges, of course, of supply and demand, and some scammers, unfortunately. So we've been fighting the scammers, and we've been fighting there's just the demand and the supply. So everybody has gotten something. Every ALF and nursing home and first response agency and hospital and emergency room has gotten something. Have they gotten everything that they want? Absolutely not. But have they gotten something? Yes, they have. So, and we're trying to continue to fulfill those missions. Anthony asked, "Well, what happens on June 1st?" Well, it's a good question. Right now, I don't know. I'm hoping that the virus dies down. I'm hoping that the numbers start to look better. I hope that people continue to social distance. I think there's going to be a new normal in the country, and I think everybody thinks that. I don't know many people that don't. Well, there's a few, of course, the naysayers and stuff like that COVID-19 isn't real and open everything back up and everything should be back exactly the way it is. There's going to be a few of those people. We understand that, but for the most part, people are looking at data. People are seeing what's going on, and they know that there's going to be a new normal, and the new normal is going to be social distancing. The new normal is going to be, until there's a vaccine, we're going to have to protect ourselves, and we're going to have to protect the people that we love, our elderly, our seniors, our grandparents, our mothers and fathers, those with underlying conditions. They could be family members, they could be friends. So we want to protect them. So social distancing is going to be the new norm right now. Are things going to get right back to the way they were? No, they're not. But we're going to try to get back as close to that as possible and bring back the economy, and but do it safely and make sure that no one. We don't have an incredible amount of people that get sick and certainly die. Jana asked, is there conversations about extending the stay-at-home order? There's conversations on both sides. And it's probably going to be a regional discussion because certainly South Florida is not ready to reopen like maybe Central Florida, and certainly not like the Panhandle. The Panhandle, in some counties, the Panhandle may have one patient, if any at all, right now. Most of those have actually come off of isolated and quarantine, so they may have 0 patients that actually have COVID-19 right now in their community. So for a county like Dixie County, that's going to be vastly different than for Broward County. So we're going to have to make a decision county by county, region by region. So Sonia asked, why are masks a suggestion and not required? It's impossible really to require masks. You can require them for certain things, and this is something that we've discussed. We want barbershops and nail salons and and places that where people work very, very close together to be able to reopen. But to do that safely and provide strict social distancing requirements, it may require some mask wearing. So for those types of businesses, it may be required. But for the general public, it's just impossible to require that, because that means people, we'd have to pull people over because they're not wearing a mask, or if they're going into Publix and they don't have a mask on, locking them up. I know that some places have done that, but we are just strongly encouraging it. I can tell you that the people that didn't have the mask on at the grocery store the other day when I was in it, I mean, people were looking at them funny, which is very interesting that 3 weeks ago, the people that had the mask on, people were looking at them funny. So it's kind of flip-flopped, and that's a good thing. So we are very strongly encouraging people to wear masks. But you have to make your own judgment call. We're not requiring it at this time, but we are strongly recommending it. I'll tell you, for our employees, though, any employee that works in close proximity together, so our fleet management people that have to work under an engine, our utilities folks, our traffic engineering people, those types of people, they have to wear a mask, so they're required to wear a mask. So we're making our employees, those that work close together, they have to wear a mask. Jeffrey asks, where can people get cloth masks? So you can go online and get cloth masks. You can get reusable masks. I actually, I'm a Florida Gator fan, so I actually got some cloth masks that have a Florida Gator emblem on them. So you can get real creative as well if you want. But you can go online and get all types of cloth masks. They're generally delivered within about a week or so. There's a couple manufacturers here local that are sewing up masks and things like that. So you can certainly help a local business by doing that. Michelle asked for criteria for testing. Thank you, Michelle. I appreciate that, because so our criteria for testing is come get a test. That's our criteria. So if you want to go up to a pop-up test site, you want to come here up to Seminole Town Center Mall, or next Monday you want to go to the Altamont Mall, our criteria is show up in your car, or show up at the pop-up site. You can just walk up. That's our criteria. So come get a test. Laverne asks, I test Tuesday. How long should I get? It should be to get the results. Normally, it takes about anywhere from about 2 days to 1 week. So give it about 2 or 3 more days, and you should have the results. Again, we've been hearing people that got tested 2 days ago, they're starting to get their results today. So hopefully your test results will come in sometime today. But if not, probably Saturday, Sunday, you'll get your test results. Megan asks, do you have to live in the county to be tested? Oh, excellent question. Yes, no, you don't. You can be from anywhere. So if you're out of Seminole County, thanks for watching us here on Seminole County, Florida Live. But you can come over from Orange or Osceola, or that'd be a long drive, but Orange or Lake or Volusia County. In fact, quite a few folks from Volusia and Lake County came over to our Seminole site. So do that. So Lance asked, how many have recovered and why is that not shown? Right now we have recovered, completed, I can't call it recovered, completed, they're isolated and quarantined. This is how I have to say it, because this is how Tallahassee tells me I have to say it. That these individuals have no symptoms. They have completed their isolation and quarantine period. So there's 276 of those individuals. I have to say it that way. I cannot say they have recovered. I cannot say it in any other way, but that is the way I can say it. So I don't know why the other numbers aren't being written. That is not something that my agency handles, so I can only say it that way. So I hope that helps to answer the question. Oh, hey, Sarah, how are you? Should I spray myself down with Lysol? Sarah, no, you should not spray yourself down with Lysol, but you should spray all the surfaces in your home. And certainly if you go grocery shopping, just like I've talked about in the past, it's funny, that spray the door handle, spray down the steering wheel and things like that. So definitely. There's a lot of questions about antibody testing. As soon as I get information on antibody testing, we will certainly put it on the Facebook, and we'll put it on social media. We'll put it up on our website to make sure that you have the question. Yvette, social distancing isn't working at the grocery store. So, Yvette, at some grocery stores it is, and at some grocery stores it isn't. And, I would just... We have to do our part, right? So I try to make sure that I social distance. I know that people, I've stood in the vegetable area and made sure people get out of there before I go into it. So you just have to you have to do what you do. I'm more worried about myself than other people crowding around. I mean, I would hope that everybody social distances. They have done a good job of putting things on the floor to help us. And unfortunately, some people are very conscientious, and some people are just not very nice, and it's unfortunate. So we try to be nice to our neighbors and social distance. So Megan asked, "Are you looking for nurse volunteers?" Yeah, if you contact True Health, that is our nonprofit that's doing our testing. Contact True Health and see about volunteering at one of the sites. They'll have, I'm sure, a vetting process and application process, so get with them and they can certainly help with that. So thank you, Megan. I really appreciate that inquiry. Charlene asked zip code statistics. It is on the DOH website, so if you want to look at the heat map by zip code, you can do so. You can also go to our website and click on the dashboard, which is at the very top on Prepare Seminole. You can click on the dashboard and it will pull up the numbers in the heat map. We are over 12:25, and I want to give y'all plenty of time to get over to the Seminole County Public School System for their Facebook Live. So I'm really sorry that I wasn't able to answer all of your questions. There are just so many great questions here. I really thank y'all for being here. I hope we provided some good information for you. It's truly an honor for me to serve Seminole County and you all as the residents here. And if there's anything that we can do better, please let us know. But hopefully this information has been helpful for you. We are, one thing I'll end with, we are looking at opening a couple other pop-up sites. We're still working on them right now. I don't know if Maddie's on today, but Maddie, I'm working on getting one in your neighborhood. And I'm going to work on a couple other sites too. We're working on another one up in Sanford. So y'all take care. Have a great weekend. Be safe and healthy. Take care.